This is a Your Last Resorts production.
This is very California of you.
Yes, I know. I look super
But that's where I'm from, so we're good.
Cool.
Thank you for making me feel so at home.
I got you.
All right.
You ready for me to intro you? 3, 2, 1. And welcome back to the Your Last Resort podcast with your host, Brandon Lejean. This week for episode 68, I am joined by special guest comedian Morgan Leinwohl. Thank you for joining the podcast. Woo!
Is this where you put in the sound effects?
I probably should.
The thousands of people just...
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
crowd.
fuck you don't deserve me.
Could you imagine doing a podcast? Like, I know they do the live podcasts, but trying to do a podcast with like a laugh track or like a live studio audience.
So sick.
It would be cool.
Sick.
I feel like we're in the podcast world, things are just kind of kicking off with like the craziness of like what they're gonna be. Like I feel like they're only becoming more and more popular. Like if you think 4 years ago, probably half the people that I've had on this podcast wouldn't know what a podcast is. Like I didn't listen to podcasts.
You've been doing this for 4 years?
No. I'm just picking it. This is a little over a year. We're episode 68. I've never missed a week, so we're 68
52
weeks.
Plus.
Yeah, so what? 16
a year and 2 weeks.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
I know math, dude.
Look at us.
Can you reintroduce me as mathematician?
And joining the podcast, Morgan Leinwohl, mathematician.
Thank you very much. Yeah, and everybody's screaming even louder.
Yeah, now we got Zach Galifianakis with the numbers.
Exactly. Edit the sound even more like, oh my God! And people are just vomiting and
just make it way too intense. But
for sure.
I was just...
Sorry, I'm just seeing the cute dog.
Sorry, thank you. That's my dog, Zoey. She passed away about 3 or 4 months ago. So
very sad.
Have a little dedication to her in the podcast.
You can dedicate my podcast to Zoey.
Oh, thank you.
This episode is for Zoey.
Yeah, hell yeah. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I was talking about. It wasn't important.
Okay.
But what I do to kick off the podcast is I'll get the guests with a would you rather. Kind of get them, icebreaker, get them thinking. So would you rather get $50K immediately deposited in your bank account or $10 million, but it's only in pennies, and you can only ever pay with pennies? So you get 10 million. I mean, 10 million's a life-changing amount of money. But every time you go, and you could put them in penny rolls if you want, but you
10 million or 10,000?
10 million versus $10,000.
Give me 10 million.
You're going to? Yeah,
it's just that simple.
Yeah,
because I can figure that out. Mm-hmm. Like, is that annoying?
Of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I can use that money to hire like a professional assistant whose job is to wrap the pennies. Yeah. I assume we need some sort of storage. Yeah. I need a warehouse.
That is a fuck ton of pennies.
You need security.
Yeah.
I know dollar bills can get fucked up in storage. Like what do they call them?
I know
the bugs that eat the paper.
Oh, the
silver lines or
God, I know what you're talking. They're like thin and they're
yes,
black.
Totally
and gray.
forgetting.
Yeah,
but I don't think that's the thing with pennies. But I can hire all that. Let's say this is exaggerating, but let's say I need $1 million of security warehouse. It's not going to be that much, but like then 1/9 of it or 1/10 of it, makes the other one. Any transaction I ever need to do, just I have a guy who does it. Like, is it annoying? Yeah, but
yeah, and also to like the point, like you said, one, you could hire people to count the money for you if you wanted to, and like you said, losing 1/10 of it in the grand scheme is nothing, even if that. And also, I'm a millionaire now. I don't have to work again.
Exactly.
Like, yeah, I can keep doing comedy, but like I don't need a job, so I could spend the next year if I want individually putting those pennies in penny wraps.
You wouldn't hire somebody to do that?
No, I'm saying I would.
You're rich, dude.
Yeah, I know.
You made it.
I don't have to be lazy.
Come on, man.
Yeah, okay.
Go get your... Dude, I would build a boat of pennies.
Wow, okay.
Can I... Now, here's the good question.
Yeah.
I can't go and trade it in for dollars or easier things to do.
No, it's got to stay pennies.
But can I use some or whatever amount of those pennies, melt them down to make things?
Yeah, of course, dude. They're your pennies.
I want a fully copper boat. Will that float? I'm not sure. I don't know much about water or buoyancy or copper. I don't think that would float. I think it would be a really bad boat.
Yeah, I would have no idea. I mean, I don't know how boats float.
But if I can make shit out of it, I can just make myself like a belt.
Yeah.
Or like
a copper belt.
Like a copper fucking t-shirt. I don't know. That'd be a really uncomfortable
I'd be the copper guy, though. Like, my skin would be green from all the copper shit I wear, just wearing off on me in weird-ass spaces.
Exactly.
That'd be wild.
That would, you know what would happen if it was a copper boat in the middle of the ocean? There'd probably be a big pool of green.
That'd be sick.
Because it's moisture that gets the green going, right?
Yeah, you could be like a cool like pirate and sail around. Everyone calls you like green.
Can you
water.
reintroduce me as a scientist really quick?
Yeah,
Right. 1 second.
And welcome back to the Your Last Resort podcast with Morgan Leinwohl, aka scientist, joining the podcast right now. Thank you.
Now nobody's cheering because science is fake.
Yes.
Now nobody's cheering, so I don't want any. You know what I want? Crickets. I want the crickets.
Okay, the crickets.
Yeah. Because science is fake, and we all know
you were
that.
asking me to do so much more editing.
For
than
sure.
I
Hey, you know
normally
what? Welcome to Austin, dude.
All right.
We work hard here.
Everything's got to be extra fucking clean here.
Exactly. Yes. Sorry, I'm going crazy.
No. This is perfect because you, ever since you said it, You ever realize you don't know some shit, and then you're like, wow, I don't know any shit. I have no idea.
What? You ever realize you don't know some shit, and then you're like, shit, I don't know some shit. All right, man. I get you, dog. I get you, dog.
It wasn't an intelligent statement.
For sure.
But it makes sense.
You sound like a guy who doesn't know a lot of stuff at all, including grammar and.
Yeah. So
sorry, continue.
If you don't know a lot of shit,
yeah.
Like you said, you're like, how do boats? A boat wouldn't float. And normally, like on here, like I try to know as much shit as I can or pretend like I know stuff.
Yeah.
And you said that, and I was like, wow, I truly have zero idea of what makes a boat float. Because, copper, maybe wouldn't float, but like, aren't boats made out of metal now? I don't even know that either.
But like the frame of it might be, but the bottom of it. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like the bottom, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, like what's Carnival Cruise Line's cruise ship made out of?
Don't know.
I have no fucking.
You know what? No, it's got to be metal.
I have a computer right here. I'm my
fucking
own
look
Jamie.
this up.
I'm gonna look this up for us.
You're your own Jamie. Great.
Yeah, someone's got to Google it
and
up.
I'm Alex Jones.
Yes.
That's what I'm playing as.
What makes a boat float?
Oh, what? As you're doing this is a sick poster.
Oh, thank you,
man.
This
is the podcast poster?
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
it was cool. My dad got it made for me and this bat for Christmas one year. Like, it was way better than some like socks or a shirt or bullshit.
Sure.
He gave me like some shit I could use, and the old pod. Like, if you look right there, that's the old podcast studio back in California.
The upside down.
Yeah.
Sorry, but you continue.
No, you're good. Okay, the air. Cool. The air that is inside a ship is much less dense than the water. That's what keeps it floating. So, like, they build the hollow boat like in this.
Yeah.
And the air inside with the gravity and the buoyant. I'm just reading stuff, but it makes me sound so smart.
Yeah.
The buoyant force, it says, is what keeps it afloat. So it's like opposing force. We could make a copper boat. There's no reason, right?
Fuck yeah, dude.
Can a boat be
Now,
copper?
here's the thing. If I want a legit yacht, how many pennies do we need? And how many of those pennies? It would be more expensive because not only are you paying for the service to have a boat made, but you're using money as the actual material. But, here's a bit. We have to go buy material.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if the metal of the penny itself is less valuable than the metal that you would be getting, is it cheaper? I don't know why I have to build a boat from scratch. No, because I need to build a boat.
But I'm just thinking, like, you know how they're like a yacht is $1 million a foot, is what they say. So like if you have a 150 foot yacht, it's $150 million.
What?
That I heard that one.
It makes sense, I guess.
Yeah.
But
so like, what would for a copper yacht? It's got to be way less per.
Way
foot.
less.
Like you could have like a 300-foot yacht, and it's the same price.
Now here's the obvious question: Is copper a good metal?
Well,
for this, type in copper boat.
It says previously hulls of ships, which is the bottom part, were covered with solid copper sheathing below the waterline. So they were made.
Oh, they are designed to be the part of the metal that touches the water.
Yeah, so you could totally make the whole foundation of the boat copper. The only thing it says is that actually wait, no, it's good because it stops marine growth too. A lot of ships paint their bottoms in copper.
We couldn't have picked a better metal to be talking about.
Yeah, dude, we're geniuses.
I guarantee you that you did not expect that. Oops, no, you're good. You're good. It's your thing.
Save me.
I guarantee you did not expect that question to go that long. And you're welcome.
But I love when they do because we'll come back. There's 2 more would you rather's at the end of the podcast. That's like that was the first segment of the podcast. So I thoroughly enjoy because don't get me wrong, there's guests that come on and they're just like, I want 10 million, and I'm like, why? Like, because it's more money, and I'm like, okay, like you wouldn't
Sounds
be
like
hard.
a bad podcast guest. Sorry if that's like a family member.
No,
Sorry, but just being real.
That's exactly what it is, though. You're right. So I like when people go crazy and really think it, because I'm the same way. I've had guests be like, "You think really into these questions?" I'm like,
That's the whole point.
This is the whole point of the fucking podcast.
What the fuck else do I do with my day?
Yeah. What I'm gonna half-ass that? Would you rather?
What am I gonna go to my job?
Yeah.
What am I a loser? Come
Yeah.
on.
I'm technically on the clock right now.
Yeah,
so.
I'm working right now, dude.
This is how we roll, bro.
Well, I have questions. I have a question for you. So you Murray State.
Yes.
I thought it was funny. I'm sure your audience is familiar with your background in sports. I think it's funny that almost instantly the big white guy from Southern California who played college football and moved to Austin with his girlfriend, who's like big on stage, like performance-wise. We're just like, hey, what's up? All right, cool. We're friends now.
Yeah.
Like we have a lot of familiar. Like I told this, me and my girlfriend drove here. She went to food shop, but I was like, oh yeah, he's a football guy. He's from this. He did this, and she's like, he sounds a lot like you. And I'm like, yeah, it's a very good point.
Yeah. The first topic I have written down is it says, I brought you on here just so you have to be my friend.
Exactly.
I swear to God.
Well, we're friends.
That's what it says. The whole point
write
of
that
it.
shit down.
Yeah. Now on July 6th,
July
5th. I don't know. We were talking about this the other day. I never know what day it is because we're always just, it's kind of
And you
the
know what? I
same
don't care. Don't give a
it doesn't matter. But this is the day that we became friends.
That's awesome.
Yeah, no, I was going to bring you on. We'll, I was going to talk about it later, but we can talk about it now.
I don't give a fuck.
It literally doesn't fucking matter. So, yeah, I used to play Division I football, and that's funny that you
Single A.
One double A.
Double A.
So it's Division I double A.
FCS.
So FCS, yeah.
Yes.
You get it, but a lot of people, they're like,
I know my football. Yeah.
it makes
you have to explain for them, but I know my
heads
shit.
melt. Yeah, like what do you mean it's D1, but it's not
So you're
D1, but
from
it's D1.
Brea.
Brea, yeah.
I said that to my girlfriend, and I remembered. I think I knew this, but I remembered. My girlfriend's father is from the Brea area.
Oh, wow.
From
really?
La Habra.
Dude, La Habra, I can be where my house is. I could be in La Habra in 5 minutes.
Yeah, you guys. So you're
Wow.
my girlfriend's dad, and you are from the same area. He's a little bit older than you, so I don't think you went to school with him or anything. He just turned 60. You wouldn't happen to be 60 years old.
I am not 60 years old.
You're 24.
23. I'm about to be
You're a
24
youngin'.
in
You're
like
youngin'.
20 days or some shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Congrats. Congratulations. You are a little younger than my girlfriend, but
Okay, how old are you?
I'm 27.
27. That was one of the other questions.
27 and a half.
27. Okay, I
Something
mean,
like that, yeah.
you're very young looking. You look even younger. Did you? I got a question because I like do a little dive on Instagrams to get shit. You used to be rocking more hair. Is there a reason why? Is the hairline giving out?
Sir,
not to bring up a tough subject, or just
it's just losing its grip. It's just losing its fight.
R.I.P. Dude.
I don't know how deep you went, but I grew up with a Jufro.
I went pretty deep. You're a hunk, dude. Like you're not a hunk now, but like you with the hair, it looked like a.
I'm not. Don't look good anymore.
No.
Yeah, you look like shit now, man. But
it just was like it. When I first clicked on your Instagram with the hair, like I thought it was. I was like, oh, I'm on the wrong Instagram, because you do not in a bad way. You just like you did have like crazy long hair. So for me to
totally
meet you
different look
with no hair is a completely different look. The face is the exact same.
So yeah, I mean the journey of it was I grew up. A part of my identity was my hair. Did you have kids in your school where like a part of their identity was their hair?
Yeah, they were the long haired guy or like the curly haired guy.
My nickname in middle school through high school was Sheep. Because I got it when I was in 6th grade. I was pale and had Jewy Jufro. Oh, what happened?
No.
We're dying?
You're just slightly louder than
I'm a lot louder than...
Which is okay. I just could see in the corner it was like yellow, red. And I was like, people are going to be like, turn his volume.
I'm sorry,
it's
guys,
okay.
I'm a loud boy.
I have enough editing skills to just turn your
That's
volume
why I had
down
the hair.
from
The
this
hair
one.
muffled all the
It was
sound.
like a sound. It was like the soundproofing shit behind. Yeah.
I just had this on my... But yeah, I had the hair. I was Mr. Jufro. That was my whole thing. And then I started rocking this is a football thing. In football, did you have to do the haircuts where the older kids gave you the shitty haircut?
Yeah, we did that in Pop Warner. We used to have, which is like a little younger than high school, but like in junior high and shit, like we used to, cause our captain linebacker wanted to, we got, the Chuck Liddell Mohawks where it's bald with the fucking one line down the middle. We got that shit.
I got the Friar Tuck.
Oh.
They gave everybody like super shitty haircuts.
That's fucked up.
So I got the Friar Tuck. Then I rocked it for like a few days, which I'm proud of.
Yeah.
But then I buzzed it, and that was my first time with a buzz. My hair was fine.
Yeah.
Then grew it back. Then I never had the Jufro since then. I had more of a, some sort of design into it. I'm sort of glad it happened. But then in the last like few years, I remember looking in the mirror and being like, why do I see that? I'm like, what's going on? And slowly realized I was losing my hair. I went to the Bosley Institute in LA, and they did a little thing. I'm like, oh yeah, you're losing your hair. And I'm like, all right. But then I started buzzing my head. My friends were like, that's a really good look for you. You look good. And I'm like, you rock it. You're like a bigger guy. You have the beard. My girlfriend, she's like, I don't want you to ever have hair. Like my girlfriend she loves, I just redid it today.
Yeah.
So usually you can kind of see a little bit of the balding when it's a little longer, but she loves it. And I'm like, I'm kind of blessed. I'm hashtag blessed.
Hashtag blessed, baby.
I'm hashtag blessed.
Yeah.
That while my hair is definitely thinning and probably will be pretty close to gone. I mean, I'm 27. It'll be pretty close to gone by 30. I happen to be able to rock a buzz look. So give or take for the end of my days, I think I'm a buzz guy. Totally switched. Grew up for like 19, 20 years with like the hair. I was the hair guy, and it's gone.
That's fucking.
Is your hair okay?
It looks weird with the hat, but like I still got decent hair.
You're looking
My
fine.
dad's a barber, so like I always have to be like, Dad, please just give me a heads up if I'm going bald.
He knows.
Yeah, like he never has said anything as of recently, and then
my shit started around your age. 23, 24,
I'm nervous. My hopes are that my dad and my mom's dad both he's 75 with hair still.
Your father's 75.
No, my mom's dad, because you're supposed to do like your dad and then your mother's dad is
the men on your mother's side.
Yeah, and they all have hair in their 60s and 70s, and my dad's 55 and he has a full head of brown hair, no gray. Like
my girlfriend's dad, who I've already mentioned.
Yeah,
he's 60. His hair is like amazing.
It's just beautiful.
It's gray, but it's like amazing. So if me and her ever have kids, I mean, we got to warn them about that. Let's not go. But the kids are gonna be fine. They're not gonna take after me. They're gonna have the most luscious hair until they're dead.
Yeah,
well into their later years. So I'm already thinking about the death of my children. So,
you're just spiraling on this podcast.
I like to think far ahead. You know? But, so the hair, and then for like a year or more, I was on the Rogaine. I did Rogaine. At the beginning, I did Rogaine. I did the pill finasteride, finasteride, which is called, that's like the active ingredient, finasteride. I also did coconut oil.
Wow, yeah.
The other oil, thicker, castor oil. I think there's like one other thing I did. Like I did everything. Kind of worked, and then just in the last half year, I'm just like, it's gone. We're done.
My dad always says that. Like he's like, you think that hair stuff works and people choose to be fucking bald? And I was like, I guess that makes sense. And he was just like, it doesn't work. He's like, if it magically gave you hair back, I truly don't think there'd be a person on this planet with a bald head. There'd be a few outliers, but most people don't want to lose their hair. And like you said, you got lucky that you got the good look. My fear is I have a very large nose, and I have very big ears, and I'm worried that
mine look like a concentration camp survivor.
If you're gonna take the hair out of it, I feel like I'm gonna age so drastically, because I'm 23, about to be 24. No one ever looks at me and goes, "You're like 23, right?" It's always older.
Because you're big. How tall are you? 6'3"?
I'm 6'3", which is something I always have to remember.
Yeah, and you do
We're
have
tall,
do have an older vibe. I would have guessed you were closer to my age. 27.
I think I'm mature. I'm not just like fucking around, running around crazy. I seem slightly more level-headed than most 23-year-olds.
But yeah, dude. So yeah, the hair is the hair. There's a freshly cut right before this. Thought I'd give it a little trim before the pod.
I like it, dude.
But yeah, man.
The beard is what helped. I can't grow facial hair is the problem.
You can't do any of that?
Like, I mean, I literally just shaved before the podcast too, but I can grow a mustache, and I can grow this. I can grow a goatee if I want to, or like what's the one where it's not attached? It's the
Fu
bottom.
Manchu?
No. A mustache and then a bottom, but not the connecting on the side. Whatever the fuck you want.
I didn't know there was a name for it.
I don't know. Yeah, the guy who goes to Burning Man. Like
I would still kind of call that a goatee, but I'd probably be wrong.
Yeah, I can grow like those, but I can't. Anything here, it grows in fast enough where I have to shave.
Yeah.
But it never progresses after like pubish looking, which sucks.
We have the opposite problems then.
Yeah.
Not that I mean, I can't really grow like my friends. They can grow out. I can't do that actually.
Yeah.
I actually don't have as much of a beard as you might think, but Yeah, for a Jewy boy like myself, I'm not really that hairy.
Yeah, you think I would have guessed if you would have led with that, I would have thought you were
super,
more.
My chest is not a little bit.
Yeah, okay.
And you will be seeing that by the end of the podcast.
Yes, dude, something to look forward to, you motherfuckers.
So where is, I hate to get super nerdy about high school football, but let's get super nerdy about high school football.
Yeah, wait, real quick, where are you from again? I forgot. You were a better friend than me. Westlake Village.
Thousand Oaks, Westlake Village.
Okay, yeah, Thousand Oaks. You're right. I got a call and it said Thousand Oaks. When you called me, I was like, the fuck?
Oh, does it actually say Thousand Oaks?
It says what I assume might be your father's name. It says Eric.
Eric,
yeah.
yes.
It says Eric Leinwohl when you call.
On the 818?
Yeah, whatever number you just called with, it says Eric Leinwohl.
That's weird because I was on his bill up until like 3 years ago, but I haven't been on his
shit
bill.
Shit continues weird for that forever like that.
Weird. Yeah, Rick, whatever, is my dad.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm from Westlake. You are from Brea. What school did you go to out in there?
Brea Olinda High School. So we have our own high school. We were in the Century League with schools.
Who did you play?
Like Foothill, Villa Park, Canyon, Esperanza, El Dorado, El Medina, Yorba Linda.
I've heard of Canyon only because
they won CIF my senior year.
Only because Canyon Country was closer to me than I'd be like Canyon, but it's a different Canyon.
Yeah,
it's a different Canyon. It's like an L. Where is it Canyon in?
It's
what town is it in?
It's in fucking Anaheim, I think.
Anaheim. Yeah. You never played the Servites in the modern days.
Nah, we were.
That's a different.
They're like Division 1, the Open Division, and I think my senior year we were Division 10.
Your region, if we're talking about that division, if we're adding in St. John Bosco, that's some of the best high school football in the world.
Oh, of course, yeah.
It's wild because that wasn't like that. So I'm class of 2012. What class are you?
2016. So I'm the 4 year.
You were coming in as I was leaving. Yeah, I mean, it was not modern day and Servite were kind of they were hot shit. St. John Bosco was not.
Now they
in the last few years they've just become the most dominant team. But I went to Oaks Christian.
Okay, yeah, I know Oaks Christian.
That's kind of, I mean, it is just kind of one of those schools that like the name gets passed around.
We played you guys in basketball one time. I remember we played Oaks Christian.
Were you on the basketball team?
I was, but I wasn't on the varsity team that was playing them. It was just I remember like watching. I think you guys. I don't remember if it was an away game or not, but like I remember them playing your school.
Oaks is so I started at Oak Park High School, which is a local public school, much smaller.
Yeah.
Way harder to know what it is. Yeah. And then, long story short, I wanted to play college football. That was my dream.
Yeah.
Oaks was going to give me a much better opportunity, I thought, to be honest.
Yeah. Probably
could have ended up at the same school I got to anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
But I went to Oaks Christian. I'm Jewish, so the Jew went to the Christian school. And then, I mean, we were very, very good. I was junior year, didn't play much at all. I actually got fucked by the CIF for transferring issues.
Oh, they made you sit out?
They made me sit. I had to appeal, not repeal.
Yeah.
I had to appeal. So I thought I was going to be good. What happened was most times when a family or a kid switches schools, they're going to be fine.
Yeah.
But the one thing that makes it not fine is if the old school goes out of their way to say, screw you, that can hurt you. My old school went out of their way.
Those motherfuckers.
Yeah, I mean, why? Who knows? I don't know. Clearly they wanted me on the team. I'm not some superstar. So it's like, oh, we're losing our best player. I would have been fine.
Yeah.
But I wanted to go to this high school, so they screwed me over. I had to sit out the first few games, and then me and my dad went down to Long Beach to the CIF headquarters.
Wow.
And we did a whole appeal. Like in a room at a conference desk, there were CIF people. The CIF is the governing body of sports in California.
Yeah.
And that was their headquarters. And we got a lawyer. We like met the lawyer at a diner.
Wow.
And like I had a prepared statement.
Yeah.
Hello, CIF. My name is Morgan. I'm a football player.
Damn, this is crazy.
And the whole point of it was that we had to prove that I was not moving for football purposes.
Oh,
If you move for football purposes, that's the problem. So I had to convince, I'm interested in theater. I'm interested in this. I'm, my academics. And then all of a sudden out of nowhere, like a fucking like cowboy saving the day, my athletic director, I had no idea he was coming.
Yeah.
The head athletic director of my school, and my school has a big athletic program. So he's like, oh shit, it's Coach Hethcock. Jan Hethcock, Coach Hethcock. He actually just retired, so congratulations, Coach Hethcock. He's a lovely guy.
Yeah.
He came all the way down to Long Beach, saved the day, and helped save the day. And I was able to play. Didn't end up playing much, but then senior year, played started a little bit, didn't started a little bit, ended up being a terrible season. But we played like really high level football shit. We were like somewhere in the top 20 in the country.
That's fucking sick.
It was kind of wild. Played on TV. Played the number 1 team from Washington, Bellevue. I don't know if that.
I haven't heard of them, but the other states' football teams are good. Like when you get to the top.
Oh yeah,
the top
dude. You're playing the best team from like Oregon or Washington or wherever. It's some wild shit.
Well, that's like because like for people who don't know, like, you know, if you're from a different state, like you might be like, oh, like I know in Florida they have like D1 through 7 is like what their ranking.
People always ask me that shit, and I never know how to answer it.
We're D1 through 15 in Southern California.
Yeah, it's wild.
And my school, I bet, would shitpile a lot of other teams outside of California, but we were D10, dude.
Oh, you'd shit on a bunch of
yeah, but like that's how crazy competitive it is we weren't like
wild.
I mean we would have been shitpiled by Modern Day and guys like that because like Villa Park would beat our ass. It's a different level, like you said, but we weren't like chumps by any means, especially because when we got into CIF, you had to play other D10 divisions, and we were a team that had just gotten moved. We were D6, moved back to D10 for some.
So you could crush pretty hard,
dude. The teams we played, like the finals, the final ended up being 2 teams from each of our divisions playing each other, and then a team like all our teams were the best teams.
Sure.
And so you would play like we drew like this team with 1 loss in the second round and won like 56-30. Yeah. Like what we dominated.
It's so hard to keep up with this shit. Since I've left, my area's divisions and leagues, which is way beyond me, have changed so much.
Mine has 3 teams in it besides us. It's a 4-man division.
Really? It's so
ridiculous.
weird how that shit works.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. So you're in that area.
Yeah.
You ended up being a D1 player.
Yes.
Were you ever tempted to make the transfer to one of these top-notch schools, or it just never really crossed your mind?
I just wasn't good enough. I wanted to.
Really? Or am I underplaying how good those schools are? That even if you're a D1.
Oh, you're talking, dude.
Yeah, I'm talking about like what would be the closest school to you in terms of the Servites in Modern Day?
Servite. I mean, I could have went to Servite. It was 25 minutes from my house.
Not far.
Like I could have for sure gone. Dude, it's something I guess I never thought of, because you got to understand, growing up, I was a baseball kid.
You're a baseball guy.
I didn't play football. I played football when I went to play football my first year when all my friends are playing flag
Freshman
football.
Year.
No, like I'm talking like 6 years old, young. And I'm a year older than everyone in my grade. Like I'm a year older than my girlfriend. I'm a year older than all my friends. I'm the older kid.
Yeah.
I was too old by 5 days, so I had to play tackle football while everyone played flag. And here's what you got to understand. I'm sure you know, like they have the weight classes. Like if you weigh too much, you got to.
I was always 0.5 pounds right under whatever thing I ever needed to be. If it was 145, I was 144.5.
Yeah,
et cetera, et cetera.
So you were there. I was also there, but I was making sure that I weighed enough to play, because most people don't. There is a weight bottom limit. Like I had to be.
You were small.
I had to be above 60 pounds to play, and I would weigh in at like 60.5 pounds. Like they would be like, drink this, eat this.
So you're very small.
I was very small. I was a normal sized kid, and then 5th to 6th grade, I grew 9 inches, and I was just tall all of a sudden.
Yeah.
And like my dad is 5'7", my mom is 5'7", so I shouldn't have been tall.
But you just did it.
It was weird. So like I hated football. I wasn't very good at it. I was unathletic. And then I got tall, and then I didn't play till my 8th grade year.
Okay.
And they had me kind of check it out. And then like freshman year, I was a receiver and a safety. And then second year, I was a defensive end, and I was our backup quarterback, because I just knew the offense well. And then the rest of my time, I was a defensive end. But I was just like...
I also played defensive end.
Yeah, okay, yeah. We were talking about it. You played in like a different front, though. Like I was more in like a 6 the whole time.
Long story, that first high school I was at, I played both.
Yeah.
I went to Oaks Christian. I only played offensive line.
Okay, yeah.
And then when I went to college, and actually the little all-star game I did right before college.
I did an all-star game too, yeah.
I was defensive end.
Oh, okay.
So the only time I never played defensive line was the 2 years I was at this highfalutin Oaks Christian school. They wanted me a guard, which, I don't know, a little annoying, but... and then I played D3 football at defensive end.
Okay, yeah. So I did, yeah. I switched over to that. And like my sophomore year, I got my first start on varsity. It was like the last game of the year. And then I played my junior year, and I had like a decent year. I think I had like 3 sacks. But then like my senior year, I had no sacks. Like I just couldn't get to the court. I had like 30 tackles for a loss or something crazy like that. I was still good. And I was our starting tackle, our offensive tackle.
How much were you weighing?
210 pounds. But I was the best or the best tackle option we had, and I would wear 58, and then they had a 4.
I was number 58.
Dude,
you were 58?
Are we falling in love right
Dude,
now? That's crazy.
I was 58, dude.
That's wild.
I was 58 at Oaks and in college.
That's fucking wild.
Wow.
Yeah, I was 58 and when they switched me to line, because I was 87 growing up because I was a receiver, and I was 99 and 91 in college were my college numbers.
Gay.
I know. I should have kept it. If I would have known this was gonna, I would have kept it.
Dude,
You know, I would have kept it.
If you knew that I was going to be the 68th guest on your podcast,
I would have kept it as 58 at the end.
Did you do guest only?
No, I there's some, I haven't done a solo episode in honestly a very long time, but the podcast started first as a solo podcast.
Nice. Sorry, as you're saying.
No. Yeah, it was just, I started realizing people like guests, and then now like the de facto I don't have a guest is my girlfriend, and like people love when she comes on. Like the listeners love to check that episode out, so she'll just come on, and it's just pretty much us just shitting on each other for 50 minutes or whatever.
Relationship, yes.
Yeah, exactly. You get it.
So you never felt the pressure or the desire to transfer to one of the local, hot spot.
Yeah,
oh my God.
Because I think I was always earning my spot until like my junior year. And then by then I was so invested in the program, and I grew up playing Brea Pop Warner. My best friend's dad was the offensive coordinator. So you weren't just going to
magically switch to.
It would have just been like, I would have ruined like it would have just been like a betrayal.
And there's also social side of it.
And it's like, I'm very lucky, because this is what you gotta understand. I was good in high school. I was one of the better players, but I was never that amazing. I left my school with no D2 offers, no D1 offers. I had one NAI offer. And
which one?
Mid-America Nazarene University. It's in the middle of nowhere in Kansas. I took a visit.
Wow.
It was the worst visit of my life. Literally, the host, when we asked what we did for fun, he was like, what we do sometimes is we'll go to the old Krispy Kreme, and they throw away their donuts, and we take them and we throw them on people's roofs.
Hell yeah.
And I was like, I'm going to kill myself.
Dude, I think I need to go back to college.
Yeah. I don't like that. Sounds terrible. So I remember I went JUCO, and literally like that NAIA coach was like, hey man, you have 0 D1 offers. Like, you're not going to magically become a D1 player. You're fucking up. And I was like, okay. I went. I had like an average year my first year at that JUCO. I think I had like 5 sacks. And then my sophomore year, I led the state in sacks with 13 and a half. And I just was suddenly...
At the JUCO level.
Yeah, and I just was suddenly very good. And
wow.
I didn't take...
It just kind of clicked.
Didn't take steroids, didn't do anything. It
just clicked.
It just clicked, yeah.
Then you got a few offers.
Dude, I had only one D1 offer from Murray State.
Where's Murray State?
Western Kentucky, like in the middle of nowhere. Like 2 hours is the closest city, and it's Nashville, Tennessee. So you got to drive out of the state to get to the airport and shit. Wow. So it was fun. Like the school wasn't terrible. There's like 12,000 people in the town, like 10,000 students. So you get a lot. It's a big college town, which is cool. And the basketball was good. Like if you watch basketball, Ja Morant, who just is in the NBA.
Is he a Murray State guy?
Yeah, he was there when I was there. So I got to watch him his whole college career.
He's the first overall pick?
Yeah, second, I think. So he's good. So like it was cool, but it was just kind of very random that I ended up there. Like that I was just really good, and I was like, what the fuck? And then
how was it football wise or?
It was good. I hate saying it like this because it sounds corny, but like. The coach didn't like me, and I know everyone says that, but like I'm not even lying. Like, this is a true.
Whoa.
No, you're good.
Sorry about that.
No, it's all good.
Coach didn't like you. I've been there.
Yeah, the D-line coach, I shit you not, calls me one night after a game, and he's like, "Hey man, I'm sorry I'm not playing you." And I was like, "This is like it's a weird call to get. I'm already a few drinks deep. I'm at a bar. I'm like, man, it's okay. I understand. Because like, what the fuck else am I supposed to say?" And he's like. Why doesn't the Coach Johnson? He's like, why doesn't Coach Johnson like you? And I was like, what? And he was like, he hates you. Did you do something to him? And I go, I don't even really talk to him. Like hates you.
He personally hates you as a person.
I go, what do you mean? And he goes, he told me that if I played you for one snap, he would fire me before you could get off the field. And I was like,
that's a pretty good evidence.
Okay, so then. That was that, but like I can't confront this guy. He's gonna go, I never said that, and then I'm gonna get my cool D-line coach. So I just got this. But what was nice about it is I remember that day, and I went, oh, I have 6 games left. I don't care about football anymore. And I
Yeah.
stopped. I found ways to sit out of practice. I found ways to not go in for reps because I now had known with proof that I was
Wow.
not going to play. Which
Did
it was.
that head coach give you the offer?
No,
Wasn't that-
I got offered, and then all the coaches that offered me left 3 weeks
Oh.
after I got there,
Well,
which
there you
really
go.
fucked me right. Yeah, you know, when that new coaching staff comes in, they want their guys, not the old guys that some
Yeah.
dude who left brought in.
I knew from the first day of summer practice.
Yeah, less about me. Where did you go? I'm gonna check on just make sure everything's going.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
like, where did you go?
So
can you give us about
I
that?
committed. I committed to the wonderful institution, the University of Puget Sound, in Tacoma, Washington.
Beautiful school.
Oh, you've been? You've seen it?
I've seen it, and
Fuck yeah.
they were a school that was interested in me, and
Yeah.
I believe one of my girlfriend's really good friends goes there.
Okay.
You wouldn't know him.
I left
but-
only one. I was only there 2012,
yeah,
so
yeah.
there's no way.
Yeah.
But I went to University of Puget Sound. I did not get an offer, and here's a little thing that I imagine you know.
Yes.
There are no scholarships
No.
in D3.
It sucks.
I have so many people not so many people, but I see online, I got a full ride to
I
Puget Sound or D3. I'm like, no, you
Hate
didn't,
that.
man.
Nothing
No, you
stands to
didn't.
me more. I got an offer from like you said, Chapman, Puget Sound. Oh, I got an offer from
Chapman, yeah. that would be
people
big.
do JUCOs, which drives me crazy. And
I
I
got an
understand
offer.
that out of California, JUCOs do give scholarships,
Okay.
but still,
Just say you're going, man.
Come on.
Yeah, they anybody can do it.
yeah.
Like literally, like if you get into the school, you can join the football team. Now, the football team might have tryouts, you might not make it.
Yes.
And then your ability to get in the school might be helped by the coach being in their ear.
Yes.
Which is what happened to me. I did not have the grade. I had a 2.9.
Oh, wow, yeah.
2.97.
Yeah.
Very close to 3. But
Scientist, mathematician.
thank you. I never said I was a good one, but you know what? I'm here. And Puget Sound is like a pretty highfalutin academic school.
Yeah.
They call themselves the Harvard of the Northwest, which
Cunts for just
It's-
for having that as their
yeah.
slogan.
But somehow the coach did get me in, or help get me in. And then I ended up not being a good player at all. I was not good. I mean, the first day I was like, oh, this sucks. This is terrible.
Yeah.
I realized the scheme. So we played. We're gonna go a little football here.
Yeah, get ready.
I guarantee you've never heard of this. We played a 3-3-5 base.
A 3-3-5
defense.
stack, right?
So it was 3 defensive linemen,
And then
3 linebackers,
and 5 DBs.
deep safety, 2 corners, and then these 2 rover type.
Yeah, I got recruited by a school that ran that, and they tried to teach. Yeah, it's
it
weird.
fucking sucked.
It's stupid. It works in like passing league is the only place.
It fucking sucked. And it sucked for me because I came in at around 215, 6 feet tall defensive end.
Yeah.
I was going to be able to use a little bit more quickness.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, for the sake of this defense, the 3 down linemen functioned more like a 3-4 defensive 3 down
You're
lineman.
probably on the inside shade of the
Either
tackle.
head up or a little, never inside fully, but a little bit more head up.
Okay, yeah.
So regardless of where we were, the job was eat up space. That's all we did. We never learned
that
to swim.
sucks.
We never learned to this. We never learned to that. So I went in. All I had to do was bulldoze, but it doesn't matter how good or bad at the skill of football you have. If you're 18 and you're going up against a 22-year-old who's 270 pounds, you're just doing everything that guy's good at.
Yeah.
So I just got mauled every time because I kind of went in thinking like, oh, I'm going to be a little bit quicker defensive end, a pass rusher, and
Yeah.
that was just not the gig.
What's shitty is that's more on the coaches than you because they recruited you. Like you
What did
look
they
at
think
you,
I
you
was
are
gonna
6
do?
feet. So you're not. No offense, you're not tall. Like or at least for football, someone on
For
here is
defense
like,
in that
did you
position,
just
I'm
say
not tall.
6 feet is not
For
tall?
that position, I'm not
5'8".
tall.
Yeah, it's
I'm
not.
pretty below, a little below average. I would
Yeah, it's not tall for it. It's like you said, a little below average. The weight for a defensive end at anyone is below. But you were young, so you could build. But like, how are you going to recruit a 6 foot, 215-pound guy to play basically an interior lineman?
like a 3-4.
Like the coach who
like a
recruited
5
you.
technique.
Yeah, the coach who recruited you should know
Well, they
the
suck.
scheme. Yeah.
Now, by the way, we went 0-9.
okay.
We lost every single game, multiple games by 70-0 or
Wow.
more. We had one team in the division that was like a legit D3 powerhouse. They, of course, crushed us.
Who was it?
Linfield.
Lindenwood or
Linfield. Oh, you knew it. You knew it.
Yeah, my buddy
Linfield.
went there.
There you go. There you go. Linfield. Little side note here. Just I don't know why this is why this came to my mind. I met my first girlfriend, a college girlfriend, at Puget Sound. She had a little sister. Her little sister ended up going to Linfield and dating one of the football players at Linfield. So both the sisters ended up dating these D3 football players. He also was from my area. He was from Ventura, a little bit different.
Yeah, same thing.
And he was apparently like a stud, like one of the best D3 players in the country.
Wow.
And I was like, all right, well, the little sister definitely leveled up. So her name was Tanis. So good job, Tanis.
Congrats.
But yeah, that we were terrible. And from almost moment one, I did very similar to what you said. I never quit. There were guys that quit.
Yeah,
they
I'm
just
not a quitter.
left.
I'm not a fucking quitter.
I couldn't do that. I went to I think I went to every practice. I don't think I missed practice. Yeah. But give or take, yeah, I figured out every way I could to just, and that probably made it worse because it was like, why? But I hated everyone around me. I hated the other players. These are some fucking idiots. No, some of them are cool. I don't know. Not that.
But I know what you mean. Yeah.
Some of them are cool, but the coaches were just. They were the coaches of an 0-9 Division III football team.
Yeah, they're miserable themselves. Like they're at the bottom of their like career of what it could be. So I get what you're saying. Yeah, dude, it is that weird where you're saying like when you give up, it does help in some ways, but it makes it worse. Like my girlfriend said, because I've been dating my girlfriend for almost 4 years now, and so
did you meet in high school or college?
We met. Okay, we went to the same high school, didn't know each other, met after high school. Like, or we like knew like each other's names and shit.
Same thing here.
Dude,
another comparison.
Are we the same?
She was a freshman.
person?
I was a senior. We met on Tinder. I had no idea who she was. We meet.
Dude,
did you meet on Tinder?
We met on Tinder. Get the fuck out of here.
We are very similar. This is very weird.
This is weird as fuck.
We met on Tinder. She's picking me up right after. She's picking me up here. But we met on Tinder. Didn't know who each other were. Found out she's a freshman. I was just, oh my God, we're from the same school. Mutual friends. Small school. Oaks is not a big school. I'm like, oh wow, small world. Second date. She says, I have something to tell you. I knew who you were the whole time. Because I was the senior, I played football, I was on the theater stuff, I did public shit at the school, and so she knew who I was when she matched. She said, "Oh, it's that kid," and she told me, and here we are now, more than a year later.
Dude, that's wild. Same way we met on. We were like, we went to school together, right? Like we didn't really know each other, and I super liked her. That's how I matched with her, and she left me on red. And then I ran into her like 2 months later.
You super liked her knowing that, oh, it's that girl from my school.
Like, I was like, I think I went to school with her, but I was just like, oh, like she's hot. Like I like her, whatever the fuck I looked at on Tinder 4 years ago. But like, she left me on red, and then she's really good friends with my cousin, and we have a big family camping trip.
Your cousin is from this area, I take it?
Yeah, he's from Brett. Like he grew up in this. Yeah. So he brings her camping. Like we all bring friends camping. He brings her, and then me and her hit it off. And then she, the same thing, was like, I knew who you were because of football. Like I knew who you were.
When you were a good player, I take it.
Yeah, and so she knew. So that's weird. This is weird, dude.
We're very similar.
Yeah.
And then of course we moved to Austin, Texas to do comedy. That's kind of the most obvious. That's the most obvious thing. But
that's great. Well, yeah, because even I remember the first time I think I saw you do stand up. I remember you went up and you did like your D3 football bit
at the water tank.
I saw you at the Romo room, but we didn't introduce each other. Okay. And then I remember I couldn't see the list, but I was like, I hope I go up after this guy because I have a D1 football bit, and that would be so funny if like I went up and did it and I would like fuck with him. I was like, he'd probably be cool about it.
And then you at the water tank where I remember seeing you, I did go up after you.
Yeah.
And I think I mentioned like, oh, that guy, me too. Da-da-da. So.
Do you No, I don't want to ruin Twitter's joke. Did he really not have hands, your coach?
So little inside baseball. There's some slight little lies here.
No, so do I.
The coach was not my coach.
Uh-huh.
He was the head coach of literally. I went to Puget Sound. The second one I was considering was Willamette in Salem, Oregon.
Yeah,
the head and I went to visit. I did a meeting with all that shit. That head coach had no hands.
That's so crazy.
Straight up.
That's
two nubs.
So
straight up.
Did he have no hooks, no action, nothing? He just was like, let me nub this life out.
He was I don't know why I'm remembering this. He was a very, very good linebacker at Menlo College, somewhere in California.
I know where Menlo
near
is
San Jose.
that got shut down. They're no longer football program anymore.
He was apparently a stud back in his day.
Yeah.
And he was the head coach. I forgot his name, but he was the head coach of this Willamette school.
Mm-hmm.
The joke originally was... The joke now is I picked my school because the head coach had no hands.
Yeah.
I thought that's come watch me live if you want to see the whole thing.
Yeah.
The original joke was the only reason I picked my school was that the other school had a head coach with no hands.
Yeah.
That was the original joke. It kind of ended up being mean to like people with no hands.
Yeah.
This one I kind of make it funny that I'm like, it's like a plus that he has no hands.
I like it, yeah.
But the truth is that the second college I was considering that I did not go to was the coach with no hands. And then the Madden football part.
Yeah.
I say another coach, the only experience he had was that he was a regional Madden football video game champion. That was actually another little flip. That was a coach of mine. That was my JV high school coach.
That's still wild though. That his like.
So I kind of took some like football stories from different things and just kind of made it into one ridiculous super team of terrible whatever. But but those are not
okay for
totally
sure. I always wanted to ask that, and I was like, that's a good podcast question. All right, man. Real quick, I want to move into one of the segments. It's called the Avid Desserter segment. Here we do your 3 favorite and your least favorite dessert. All I ask, don't be a basic bitch. Don't be like cookies, ice cream, cake. What kind of cookies? What kind of ice cream? What kind of cake? You're a bigger dude. I do not expect you to not have a good prepared idea.
Yes, and next time I come on the podcast, I'm going to be a less bigger dude, so it'll be okay.
Yeah. We'll do our favorite vegetables. Man,
I think I'm being nice when I say I'm 245 right now. I think I'm being nice.
Like you said, nice. It's only to yourself that you're being nice to.
Pre-COVID, I was like 215. And I was bigger than 245. I got almost up to 260.
Wow.
So I need to get.
You're on the you're trying to get.
Yeah, I started back up with gyms.
For sure. Fuck yeah, dude.
But
that'll be.
Yes, your segment. Let's do it.
All right.
Ready. I'm gonna sit up a little bit and get fucking.
Yes. What are your 3 favorite? What's your number 1 favorite if you had to pick?
The first thing would be cheesecake. That's definitely obvious. If I had to be more specific, some sort of cookies and cream or chocolate.
Okay, for sure. I love cheesecake, dude. Even just like a basic New York with a drizzle.
With a little strawberry drizzle.
Ooh,
I'm always
so
down
good.
for that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like a place. No, I can't think. I mean, the Cheesecake Factory, I guess, has good stuff.
You don't have to pick a place, so you're fine with that.
I will pick a place for this next one. In Boston. I don't know if you know anything about Boston.
Yes.
But 2 of the very the famous. You know how here the barbecue places like Terry Black's versus whatever. The 2 things there are Mike's Pastries and Moderns.
Okay.
They're across the street from each other in the North End area, which is all town. I went to Emerson College for a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
For other shit that hold their part.
That's great. You know Bill Burr went there? I'm a huge Bill Burr fan.
I'm going to give you a cool story here.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Remind me, Bill Burr.
I got you. It's
Remind
in my
me, Bill Burr. I've got a good story about that. So Mike's Moderns, you go to both, you pick one, and they have cannolis.
Mm-hmm.
That's who is the better cannolis? Mike's Pastries, cannolis, nothing better.
Okay.
It is truly crazy.
I've never been to Boston. I really want to go.
40 different flavor options. You can pick chocolate, whatever.
Cannolis are good, dude.
Line out the door.
Wow.
Crazy line out the door.
Like that,
it's the place looks and is what you think it is.
Yeah.
Very, very busy. There's a counter. What do you want? Come on. You know.
Yeah.
So Mike's Pastries, that came to mind. I haven't thought about it for a while. It's weird that one came up. And then the other one would be a cookie, chocolate chip cookie, but it's from a place in New York, another very popular place. Millions of people go all the time. Levain Bakery in New York City.
Yeah.
Has these ridiculous, like literally like chocolate chip cookies that are this thick.
Wow.
Wild.
That sounds so good.
Wild. It's as good as you think it is. Tip to anybody who's going to New York, all right? There's the main Levain Bakery.
Yeah.
It's on 78th, 75th.
Yeah.
Line at the door, 2-hour wait. Ridiculous. They have a second location. Just get on the C train, which is right there. Go up to 118th, something like some of the numbers, and go. It's their Morningside Heights location. Same cookie, no line.
Wow.
So if you go to New York and you want to go to Levain Bakery, don't do the real one. The first one, go to their Morningside Heights location, no line.
That sounds fucking good. I went to New York like 3 or 4 years ago. I wish I would have known about that. I had some good ass. I can't complain. I had some good ass food. While I was there.
Yeah.
I
know restaurants more. Like I realized I'm like the better answers are going to come from me having memories of like, oh, I went to this one place and they have this specialty thing or whatever.
No, that's a good one. This is the one I like to hear a lot though. What's your least favorite? Because this is where
the least favorite's going to be kind of typical of like flan or
flan is a very
carrot cake or
the thing though about flan, I like when people answer it because it is an answer that people it's their least favorite, but I've also had a lot of people have been like, it's my favorite. It's a weird hit or miss.
Certain custards I'm probably not that into.
It's a texture thing for me is why I don't like flan.
It's something that I don't know if it's bad. It's not my least. I just have never had it, so I'm going to put it. A fruit tart. Yeah. I like fruit. I like tarty things for whatever reason. I've never gone for it. I'm definitely your classic, the black and white cookie, I'm also Jewish, so a lot of the Jewish pastries I like, the rugula, the black and white, all this Jewish shit. But the Bill Burr story.
Yes.
So Emerson College in Boston, there's this campus in LA, but Emerson College is in Boston.
Yeah.
Very big film, TV production school. If you want to be in Hollywood or whatever, Emerson is definitely a place where people go. And at the end of the year, the big yearly event is called the Evie Awards. It's pretty much Emerson College's Oscars.
Wow.
And they fucking go for it. We have these huge, like, legit, beautiful Broadway-style theaters, like, on our campus. They, like, bought them. It's in the theater district. And we have the money that this school has. They fucking have a control booth. Like, they have the screens and go and press go. Like, that whole thing is set up. It is a legit Oscars for these college kids.
Yeah, that's wild.
I was hired to be the announcer, not the host. I auditioned to be the host, the God voice. Please welcome to the stage.
That's so cool, dude.
Guy.
That's fucking sick.
I'm in a booth 3 floors away. I'm nowhere near the building, but I have a screen, and they say, okay, go. Every year they give the Evie Awards, Emerson College Alumni Award of Distinction. They pick a famous alumni.
Yeah.
A lot of famous alumni, especially comedians, have been through there. Bill Burr, Stephen Wright, Dennis Leary, Jay Leno, Eliza Schlesinger.
That's crazy.
There's Harrison Whittles, the guy, the Aziz Ansari friend who died.
Yeah.
He went there. There's a bunch of fucking people. My year, the announcer guy I was doing was a movie producer named Aaron Ryder. If I was doing it the year before, they picked Bill Burr to be the Alumni Award of Distinction, and Stephen Wright introduced him.
Wow.
So if I was there a year before, in another world, I would have been saying, "Please welcome to the stage, Stephen Wright," and then after his thing, I would have said, "Please welcome to the stage, Bill Burr," which would have been super cool.
Yeah. That's still cool that you got to be a part of it and do the whole God voice thing. I'd love to do that shit. This
reminds me of another story, completely unrelated. Can I tell you a story that I think you're going to appreciate?
I love random
kind of
stories
in this
like
missed opportunity.
Yeah.
So, my father and my stepmother. My stepmother is friends with Gary Shandling's cousin.
Okay, yeah.
You know Gary Shandling?
Yeah.
For anybody who doesn't know Gary Shandling, super famous comedian, very legendary. But more specifically, he was sort of known as like being like a mentor to a lot of comedians. Like Judd Apatow just did his documentary, and I think book on him. He was kind of his mentor. Jerry Seinfeld, like he kind of took this role as like, I'm the godfather of all these comedians, right?
Yeah.
He passed away a few years ago, and my dad met this cousin of his. They were very close, right? My dad said, "Oh, my son's just getting into comedy," and he said, "Oh, well, my cousin's Gary Shandling. Oh, wow."
Yeah.
And he said, "You know what? If Gary was alive, I would have had him meet him." Because I was in LA at the time. I was living in LA. And they were very close. It's like a brother kind of character.
Yeah.
So I'm just thinking in this other life, if Gary survived, one day I would have just gone to his mansion and as a new open micer, and I'm still a new open micer, but sit there and Gary Shandling would have given me the world of wisdom. Any comedy fan would know how much of a fucking thing I missed out on, because that's like the fucking thing, man. But
damn,
those are my 2 missed opportunities of and I met Aaron Ryder. So I'm the guy who shook your. I would imagine that if that was Bill Burr from the year before, I would have said, "Hey, I announced your name." And whatever. But those are my missed opportunities with Bill Burr and Gary Shandling.
That's super cool. You said an interesting thing too. You correctly said like, I'm still an open micer.
Oh,
Don't you feel that kind of like weird thing where it's like there's like so many little levels of comedy, and it's like I don't know, like because I consider us like.
How long have you been doing comedy?
A year and a half. How long?
Not
have you been
including time off for COVID, or including that?
Including time off for COVID.
Okay.
So I'm still like new.
I'm just as new.
Yeah.
I know I'm older than you, but I'm just as new. I started mid-October 2019.
I started December 2019.
Right before COVID.
Yeah.
I'm literally 2 months ahead of you.
Okay, so we're on this.
And so my year, not including time off, is August 15th. Will be my year of doing it for a year, not including time off. But yeah, I'm new. I'm a little older, but I'm new.
No, but what I was saying is just the idea that like you corrected yourself because like to like a Bill Burr, to these comedians, we are truly an open micer. Like we're just beginning. So many people go for longer and quit and like all that, and there's all the people that will lose on the way and that type of shit. But also though, like because an open micer also is like that guy who goes up like 2 or 3 times a month. Like that's the thing. Like this is my 4th time a month. So it's like
they say, "Oh, I've been doing it for 15 years."
Yeah, and it's like, like I feel like I'm above him, and it's like I get maybe I'm not a comedian, but like it's a weird thing where like I guess I don't tell people I'm an open micer. I tell them I'm a comedian.
Oh, I say comedian too.
Yeah.
Oh,
but
I'm not into.
No. It's that weird thing though where sometimes you're like, I should have said like an open.
Yeah, I used to be an actor. I was in actor world in LA, and people would always say aspiring actor. You know what? No, you're an actor. You're a bad actor. You're not a successful actor, but you're an actor. Like I've definitely heard people who I respect and probably have better opinions on me say, you shouldn't even call yourself a comedian until you're. I'm a comedian. I'm bad at it.
Yeah,
but I'm new, but like I'm a comedian. I don't need to say, well, I'm not. I'm trying. I spend all of my fucking life doing this. Not
Dude, yeah.
you know, like in the last few years. It's like I'm a comedian. Call me bad,
dude. Yeah, I'm doing a podcast. I do skits. Like I go out and do multiple mics during the week. Like that should count for some. That should allow me to say, yeah, I understand. I'm not an
paying
aspiring bills
comedian.
with
I'm
it,
doing
but
this.
yeah, exactly.
And then I mean, dude, I was in LA and New York, and I was in New York not for comedy. I used to be a musical theater kid. I know that.
Wow, I could talk to you so much about that.
That comes out of left field, but I was a musical theater kid secretly this whole time. But I mean, when I was 22, 23, whatever, maybe a little younger starting, I've done every kind of thing you can imagine. I've done musical theater, straight theater, TV, film, in comedy, acting, voiceover, TV writing, movie writing, sketch, improv. I've done everything you can imagine from ages 21 to about 25.
Yeah.
Never found my niche. I have enough kind of like raw talent to like show up and be like, I'm a funny guy and do a thing. Never found that I was that great at improv, or never felt in. And I started with stand-up like I was 25 years old, just about to turn 26 in October 2019. Found my thing, got into I was actually doing podcasting stuff even before I was a stand-up.
Yeah, I saw some clips on your Instagram and stuff.
Oh, the Backup Ball Boy. I had Line on the Wall. I've done 3 different podcasts with different friends and by myself. But, so, like, I mean, the fact that you found stand-up and that you're funny at it, because I think you're very funny for someone your age.
You too, yeah.
And you're so young, and you're already kicking ass with shit like this. I mean, I wish I found it when I was 23, but my path was definitely, I had to do so much fucking rigmarole to finally be like, oh, this is where all the people that I've, like, every time, like, it's like, oh, like, I always find myself, like, being, like, not the loner, but, like, I'm kind of, like, a singular kind of thing. Then I showed up and we're like, oh, this is where all you fucking people have been.
Yeah, like, my kind of people. I totally get you, dude. There's, it's a certain, like, it's, like, a nice community to be found. Because I always give my girlfriend props, like, when I met her, I was a junior college football player, and I wanted to be a nurse. And then
really?
And then I got good at football, and then I was gonna be a pro, and then I wasn't.
You wanted to go pro?
I thought, there was a point where like I truly was like, I'm gonna at least get a shot in like the CFL or like one of the indoor leagues and something like that. Like, and then I was gonna be a coach, and then now I want to be a stand-up comedian. And like every single time I've came up to her with these ideas, she's like, that sounds awesome. Do it. So, like, I owe her a million things because she supported me. But, like, I feel you on that thing where you're like, it's felt like you've done a million things. And sometimes, and it's just when I get in my own head, but sometimes I do, and I don't know if you feel this way, but you're like, oh, my God, like, I've tried a million things, but have I really, like, succeeded at a million things? And I start to be like, is comedy just another thing that is just I'm trying out? But
I think for me it's different. For me, there's an obvious. I'm like, oh, this, like, I'll spare you all the stories, but the biggest like sore spot would be the acting. I was in LA. I was in all the acting classes you can imagine. I had all this. I had all that. Nothing ever really happened. I had a commercial agent. Got 2 things. I mean, very small. Not some big commercial or anything. Yeah. I mean, it takes a while, and I don't know. I mean, I'll say this. As much as I can sit and sometimes think, like, man, all that shit was a waste of time. I wish I was doing stand-up.
Yeah.
You know what? One day, God willing, my stand-up I'm finally funny enough. I have a little bit of luck, a little success. And then all of a sudden, I have an opportunity to say, hey, Morgan, would you like to act in this thing?
Exactly, dude.
There's a whole other conversation about TV and movie and where that's going. But let's just say, we're in the 1990s and TV's still a thing. You know what? A lot of the stand-ups, let's say I'm going up against other stand-ups, I fucking studied acting. So I'm going to kick everybody's ass.
Exactly.
Hey, Morgan, do you want to write this comedy thing? Like a TV, more that kind of structure. I'm going to kick everybody's ass because I kind of did it.
Yeah.
So a lot of these skills that I worked on, you know what? I'm putting them in the back. I'm not going to make money for a while. But one day, maybe when I have a little bit of something, that shit can come right back. And all of a sudden, I'm firing on all cylinders. And so it's none of it's wasted time at all. But some of the LA bullshit, and you never really did LA, right?
I mean, like I was close enough that I would dip into there, and there's just like
you did mics, and
there's an Orange County scene versus an LA scene, and there's a huge difference. The Orange County scene is more like this Austin scene where like people are friendly, and it's not as there's definitely the shark aspect of like you got to eat and only you can eat.
You went to the Magic Club,
the Magic Castle one, or the
Magic and Comedy Club.
Yeah. I know which one you're talking about.
I know that was in OC.
Yeah, there's a bunch in the OC, and there's a bunch. It's cool because it all kind of died with COVID, and there's all these new cool mics coming back. Like,
awesome.
Actually, this is a great plug, guys. If you're listening, July 19th, I will be back in Brea, and I'm throwing an impromptu, the second The Shop show. We're going to have some great comedians, Dio Reynoso, Mike Kim, AJ Santos, Dom Pierno, Jessica Rojas, and Troy Douglas. And if I forgot one of you, I'm sorry, but it's going to be free, first come, first serve. We can fit about 50 people in there. Come if you want. Free beer, free drinks. It's going to be fucking sick.
Shit, yeah.
So,
go.
yeah, I forgot. I thank you for reminding me to plug that, even though you didn't.
When are you going to be in there?
I'm going back July 14th to the 20th.
And I'm arriving in LA on the 21st.
Dude, that fucking sucks, because even if you were, like, if it overlapped, like, if you were there 2 days earlier, I would have for sure had you on the show and shit like that.
Fuck you then. You know?
Fuck you for not planning your trip around me.
Fuck. I would have done it. Yeah, why not? I would have shown up a little earlier.
Yeah, just I used to run it. I ran it only one time, and it literally first one, COVID 2 weeks later. But my dad owns a barber shop, and we ran a show out of his shop, and it was fucking kick ass. And then it got shut down. So we're throwing.
How are you liking Austin? This is probably a topic for a future podcast episode if you got to get going.
No, this is fine, dude. Are you okay on time? There's like 2 more segments we got to hit, and then I can let you go if you want. Whatever you.
Girlfriend's texting me.
All right.
Do another 5-10 minutes?
Yeah.
Let me just text her. Hold on.
Yeah, no worries. I'm going to introduce the segments that we're going to. We're going to go into the final 2 segments. Guys, it's returning. It's been a few weeks off, but now that we're up to date and topical, we are doing the Dumbass of the Week, brought to you by Red Foreman.
Dumbass, dumbasses, dumbass, 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 dumbass.
And the Dumbass of the Week this week, guys, is the judge who let Bill Cosby out of jail. Somehow, Bill Cosby has managed to get out of jail. A few weeks ago, they said he needed to get out because he was dying and he was decrepit. And now he's talking about doing a stand-up tour.
Is he actually?
Yes.
That's new. That part I haven't heard.
There was an article, and my source was that Bert Kreischer retweeted the article, and the article is from New York Times, so it's as reliable as that is.
Pretty reliable.
But yeah, apparently it's rumored that his agent has been reaching out to venues to see who will have him because he wants to go on a stand-up tour.
I heard from a little birdie that there's a comedy show happening in Brea, California.
On the 19th.
On the 19th.
And Bill Cosby is your special headliner.
Bill, come on. I actually saw Bill Cosby live once.
Were you sleepy after? Sore?
A little bit, yeah. I was like, oh, that guy on stage is hot. I don't know what's going on. Are you asking my take on this whole thing?
I mean, yeah, you could just this segment. We just kind of talk shit on whoever I call the dumbass.
This is a kind of easy person to talk shit on.
Yes,
definitely.
I just can't believe he's free, and I can't believe he wants to do. That's wild, but wanting to do stand-up is even crazier. Listen, dude. Louis C.K. jerked off in front of a few people that were kind of like, I didn't want it to happen, but I wasn't scared. This guy raped like 60 people, like 60.
I'm taking this from my friend Jake Rush, who said this to me once. But there is an argument that Bill Cosby is one of the most prolific rapists in the history of the planet. Now, maybe there's some sort of king or sultan or something that's raped a bunch of people.
I'm sure. What's his name? Genghis Khan.
He might have.
People.
But in the modern era,
of
let's say like American, I don't know, but like the dude is.
And he's not. Genghis Khan was a ruler of a country. Who is going to arrest him? No one. His own people aren't going to arrest him. So then the thing is like, Bill Cosby's just a dude. I know he's famous, but he's just a dude. Like, he can't just. You know, I don't know. The whole situation's crazy. I can't imagine that he's able to do stand-up again. He shouldn't be allowed to.
I shouldn't be allowed to. I mean,
because I think he should probably be in jail.
Yeah, I mean, if we're talking about what we think like should have happened, like yeah, he should be in jail.
But now that he's free,
but if he's out and people want to, I think there's more people who are on his side than maybe we think. Not exactly sure who those people might be, but.
Well, you're also gonna have this. You're telling me like me, you, like another comic friend hits us up and they're like, bro, Cosby's doing a set at Vulcan tonight and tickets are $20. We have to go see him. Right?
I would absolutely
I'm going to see Cosby at Vulcan. Like,
what the fuck? Of course.
Yeah, exactly. And am I shitty for supporting him? Yeah, probably. But like, come on.
It's going to be very hard for him because he's going to get booed at every show.
Oh, he's gonna get heckled, and he's a clean comic.
The clean is going to be not even the heckle. Like, like literal protesters.
People are going to be outside. There's going to be someone who buys a ticket and mid-set is like, fuck you, Bill,
you're
a rapist.
Yeah. There's not.
It's going to be tough.
It's gonna be very tough.
Now that's another reason why it would be fun to go to watch the shit show that it is. Like pull up,
It'd be amazing.
dude. Like you remember like in movies when people cross like picket lines and like or like when there's a protest and people go in the building and the protesters are like, "Fuck you!" How like going in and having people throw shit and scream shit at you, and then like it would be not saying this would be cool, but it would be a wild experience for sure. Yeah.
So wild.
Yeah.
I want to see him live for sure.
Yeah.
In a small. That would be the wildest thing.
It would be so crazy.
People forget he's one of the greatest comedians to ever be a comedian.
Yeah.
Which is so sad.
It's crazy that's the second best thing he was good at. Rape was the first. Yeah. Like he was as good of a comic as he was.
And then the third thing was he had the Cosby Show, which is pretty
one of the most. I mean, he was like Black America's like the father adult figure in television.
So get this, not even Black America, but I took a South Africa class about apartheid in college once.
Yeah.
And there's a whole section on how the Cosby Show was this revolutionary show in South Africa because of course the apartheid. There's a lot of racism. Nelson Mandela. I'm just saying buzzwords now. That the Cosby Show was used to show white South Africans that black people can be upstanding and whatever, which is ridiculous to say. But that's
crazy. Though.
The political impact the Cosby Show had on politics, like specifically the apartheid in South Africa, is like cannot be understated. So it's like not even he's like a famous comedian, he's the best comedian. Literally, he had one of the best sitcoms that was like politically important. Yeah. Because before the Cosby Show, I'm being a little bit sitcom nerd here, but before the Cosby Show, a lot of the sitcoms that center around black families, Sanford and Son, the Jeffersons, were poor, low-income families.
Yeah.
Sanford and Son worked at the shop. He worked at the car shop. The Jeffersons had like a rinkety-dink apartment. The Cosby Show was like, oh shit, there's a black family in like a nice house. He's a doctor, the character. That shit spoke volumes at a time. Now we're like, oh, whatever. But back then, especially for South Africa, it was a huge thing. So it's so sad. He's not just a good comedian. He was like an important figure.
Yeah, it's crazy to think, though, but while he was changing the world for a better with his show and making people laugh and changing the world for better, because comedy is a great, medicine's the best laughter, he was also doing like one of the worst shit possible simultaneously. And the craziest part is like, to put all the side of it, is like, bro, there was no way he needed pills to get pussy. Like, not to get vulgar and there's victims all, but like,
the dude's the most successful.
He didn't, like, that's some weird psychological psycho shit, and why he shouldn't be let out, because like it was probably so easy.
This was a sickness.
This was like a sick,
sure.
weird shit.
And by the way, people knew this shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this was not. Yeah,
there's a lot. I mean, I was literally a fucking nobody in LA.
Yeah.
I was like a dude who had an apartment, and that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I've heard shit. I had a writing teacher at UCLA who was back in the day a sitcom writer, and he was working one day on a project with Cosby. I don't know what it was. And the story goes, he walks in. He told the story as this shit was really happening. Yeah. His court stuff. And he walks in and down the hallway to his office that he goes every day.
Yeah.
And the two security guards said, sir, you're not able to go through right now. He said, oh, what are you talking about? I said, oh, Mr. Cosby's down the hall taking a meeting. And he was like, what? Yeah, he's taking a meeting with one of the interns. Or whatever. So this guy, they literally walled off the hallway with two big security guards to let Cosby do whatever he was doing with whoever. I heard the same shit about. I've heard stories about Ellen. I've heard Ellen's. I had a friend who was like a PA coffee getter editor intern. For the Ellen Show. And she would say, you hear this. I mean, all these people, and Harvey Weinstein, I've heard crazy shit about.
Yeah.
I was in New York, and he was doing some theater stuff, and I actually had my connections. I heard some shit about it. I mean, all these people, it's like, oh yeah, these are not secrets.
Yeah, I mean, when you're committing mass rape, like it's not something that you're able to just keep as like a weekend thing.
It's a tough.
That's a tough thing. You got time for the last two Would You Rathers? I gotta let you out
I just want to check this text.
Yeah, no worries, dude. It's not a big deal. We're about the hour mark right now, anyway.
Down soon.
So
let's do this, and I'm heading out, baby.
All right. First one. Would you rather be Batman or Iron Man?
Iron Man.
Iron Man.
Iron Man's a better Batman.
You're right. Yeah,
Iron Man's a better if
they're both rich.
If the whole thing
smart,
is it's the rich billionaire who has a lot of technology in order to make his impact on the world, let's say through fighting crime or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Iron Man's way better.
Yeah, you're right. Iron Man's suit, his like the stuff he's smarter, the shit he invents, everything is better. Like if you take away Batman's butler, like he is a significantly less superhero.
Fucking Iron Man has a butler as an AI.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're right.
Here's the thing where I think people who would pick Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Batman is a cooler story. It's darker.
Yeah.
Gotham.
Yeah.
It's that shit. But if you just are in that world and you're like, oh, this is a normal world, Iron Man's better.
Hear me out. I'm going Iron Man. I get to have both my parents. You know?
Oh, you're talking about you're also including family stuff.
Yeah. I mean,
oh yeah, the life of Iron Man I think is
way better than Batman. Batman's like a sad life.
Yeah, he's still dude. He's fucking chicks and Gwyneth Paltrow and.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah.
So that's my answer.
I'm going Iron Man too.
Great.
All right, last one. Would you rather all the chats or all the photos on your phone become public?
I don't have any bad photos, so photos.
I would say photos too.
Nothing.
I mean.
I have never, I swear to God, never received, well, up until I was like 25 years old, never sent or received any kind of nude. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I was dating. I wasn't like an incel or anything. I just never asked, am not interested.
Yeah.
And never was put in a position where somebody was like, do you want me to send you this? Never.
Yeah. I think that shit's dying because it's all like girls, and I'm not slut shaming. Fucking shut the fuck up.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, you sluts.
Yeah,
I'm not
shut up,
sluts.
sluts.
I'm not slut shaming you. All right.
But yeah, we love you. I mean, girls now, like, and it's cool, it's acceptable. I don't give a fuck. But girls now post, I mean, in lingerie and bikinis.
You have
on
access
their
to
grid.
every.
There's OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like either one, then that's gonna fade away, or it's gonna be even more a thing. Because if you think about it now, like, I bet you 12-year-olds know what OnlyFans are. And no, I'm not saying 12-year-olds are gonna start OnlyFans. But if a 12-year-old is like, oh, there's this thing where I can get all these naked pictures. Hey, girl that goes to my school, will you send me all these naked pictures?
Yeah.
Like, it could make it get really out of hand.
And on that note, guys, please check out my OnlyFans.
Yes.
Morgan Leinwohl. I have the best nudes in the game.
I'm a gold tier subscriber.
Yes,
it's
yes,
my
he is.
proudest accomplishment.
This is actually when you get the gold tier, I will go on your podcast.
Yeah,
so this is what that is. So
it was totally worth $59.59 every month. You know,
$60,
$60
to have me on your podcast. I'm sure this will be good, but I think I gotta get going.
Yeah, man. All right, thank you so much. Real quick, if you want to, the floor is yours for a second, and then I'll wrap it up.
Guys, man, what am I doing? I do stand-up comedy in Austin, Texas.
Yep.
I haven't posted on there for like 2 months, but I was active on TikTok doing comedy shit. I was actually doing okay there, but I'm not doing there now. So unless you just want to see old shit. But nah, man, just working on stand-up. I'm not worried about anything else.
All right, for sure. Yeah, guys, his link's in the bio. Go follow him on Instagram. Keep up with there. Eventually, he'll start posting. I'll see you around the scene, dude, and let's maybe we start collabing on like skits or anything if you ever have any good ideas and all that shit. Other than that, guys, I appreciate you for listening. If it's your first time or your 68th time, thank you. We got stickers available if you guys want them. Like I said, that shop show the 19th, I'll put the flyer up. It'll be out by the time this episode comes out. First come, first serve. Be there. Other than that, thank you guys so much for listening, and most importantly, thank you for letting us be your last resort. See ya.
This has been a Your Last Resort production.